In this video, we are going to look at how to predict the products for a single replacement reaction. So a single replacement reaction is where you have a single element replace an element in another compound. So we're going to follow 3 steps in order to predict the products. So I have, as an example, Mg plus NaCl. So my reaction framework, I have A plus BC. These different letters are just representing different elements. So the reason why I'm labeling this is because in our first step, we need to write out the charges of only A and C. So I only need the charges of Mg and Cl. So Mg, magnesium, has a +2 charge, and Cl has a -1 charge. So crisscross those charges, and we create a new compound AC. That's step number 2 here. So I have MgCl2. And then in our last step, you're told that you end up with a new compound AC. We've accomplished that. And then element B is all by itself now. So our element B is sodium, Na, and so we'll have plus Na. So we're going to look at a couple more examples together. So I have my reaction framework, A plus BC, and my first step is to write out the charges of A and C. So Al is element A, it has a +3 charge, and then Cl has a -1 charge. So take those 2 charges, the 3 and the 1, crisscross them. So we make a new compound, AlCl3. And then our last step says that element B, which is sodium here, will end up being all by itself. So we have plus Na. And none of the examples that I'm showing you here are going to be balanced chemical reactions. So you can always go back and balance them. So let's look at another example. Again, I have element A combining with the compound BC. So first thing I'm going to do is write out the charges of A and C. So magnesium is +2, Br is -1. So take those 2 charges, the 2 and the 1, crisscross those. We get the new compound MgBr2. And then element B will be all by itself now. So we'll have plus Na. We're going to look at 2 more examples. And these 2 examples here will be a little bit more challenging just because we have a polyatomic ion now. But the steps are still going to be the same. So we have A plus BC. And now all of C is NO3. That's the polyatomic ion nitrate. So in our first step, we're writing out the charges of A and C. So magnesium is +2. And then we'll need to look at the back of our periodic table at nitrate, NO3, to see what charge it has. So NO3 has a charge of -1. So we're going to crisscross our 2 charges, the 2 and the 1. And so our new formula, our new compound is Mg, and then we have 2 NO3 ions. So remember that when you have more than one polyatomic ion, you put it in parentheses, followed by the number of that polyatomic ion that you have. And then plus our element B, which is Fe, here will be all by itself. And our last example, again, we'll start by writing out A plus B, and then C is our polyatomic ion. We're going to write out the charges of A and C. So Na has a +1 charge, NO3 is -1. So we see those are equal and opposite charges, so that means we can just stick those 2 ions together, Na, NO3. And then plus we have our last element, our element B, all by itself. So we have plus Fe. So that is how you predict the products of single replacement reactions.